One day in Slimani, I needed to go to the bazaar, so I hailed a taxi. When the taxi driver arrived, I asked him how much it would cost to go to the bazaar. He said it would cost 5,000 dinars. I asked him why it was so expensive and if he would accept 3,000 dinars. But he said that the cost of gasoline was very expensive. We haggled for a while about the price and eventually agreed on the price of 4,000 dinars. After I got in the taxi, I started talking to the driver. He asked me where I was from, and I said that I am from America. The driver was very surprised that I was able to speak with him in Kurdish. I also wanted to know where he was from. I am from Chamchamal, the driver told me. Oh, I said, Chamchamal, the Texas of Kurdistan? The driver laughed and he said, yes, it is just like Texas. Okay, I said to the driver. So, if I need to buy a gun, you are a man who can help me. Yes, laughed the driver, and we both laughed together about this joke. After that, we were quiet, and we didn't talk for a few minutes. We were driving by Bahi Gishti, and I was watching the pedestrians walking on the sidewalk. Suddenly, the driver became serious, and he leaned over to me and said, seriously, do you need to buy a gun? I can help you. Let me have your number. I laughed again and I told him, no, thank you. I was only joking. After a few minutes, we arrived at the bazaar and I said goodbye to my taxi driver, who also wanted to be my gun dealer. I hope you enjoyed this true story from my time in Kurdistan. هیوادارم ام چیرۆکی ڕاستەقینە دەربارەی ژیانم لە کوردستان خۆش بوو بێت بۆ تۆ. Now, let's learn some useful vocabulary from this story. First, I said that I hailed a taxi. To hail a taxi means to get a taxi on the street. Girtini taxiek l'sajada. In my story, I said that I haggled with the driver about the price. To haggle means ma'amala kurdin, to go back and forth about a price. The seller tries to keep the price high, and the buyer tries to make the price lower. Kurds are very good at haggling. Americans like me, not so good at haggling. In my story, as we drove by Bahi Gishti, I watched the pedestrians on the sidewalk. The sidewalk is the cement path on the side of the road for people who are walking. In Kurdish, it's called shosta. Pedestrians are people who are walking on foot and not driving a car. Wshai pedestrian bakarehenin bo o kasana kaba pe aron l'sajada nak basara. Finally, I said that my taxi driver wanted to be my gun dealer. We use dealer for certain kinds of people who sell things. Bohandek jodikas kashtek afroshet. For example, in English, we say that someone is a car dealer, not a car seller. We also say gun dealer and not gun seller. Try to practice these words today so that you can remember them. Number 1, to hail a taxi. Number 2, to haggle with someone. Number 3, sidewalk. Number 4, pedestrian. And number 5, dealer. And haure barezakam, if these words are helpful for you, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Agar amwishana basud bin boto, bala birit nachet subscribe ka bo chanala. Lashit sahbe. Until tomorrow, hatas sabene, wa hafiz.